Hello, fabulous superstar Scorpio. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2024. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is this a very special time. Well, it will be on the 10th of the month that we will have this month's new moon in fellow water sign Pisces. This is a part of the sky for you that has to do with what you want in your heart of hearts in every area of life. It is speaking to creative fulfillment. It's speaking to the children in your life, or you feeling like a big kid. It has to do with fun and genuine happiness. Now, this part of the sky also speaks to taking a gamble, making a bet of some kind. Now, here's the thing. We actually have some really nice energy connecting to this new moon. It's a beautiful energy between Uranus and the new moon. And this suggests things changing very quickly in a way that you love. It's surprise, it's delight. But this is also energy that suggests quick, fortunate jolts of blessings here. I say this with caution because, of course, with this part of the sky that the new moon is in having to do with gambling, you just want to be a little bit careful with that, of course, as always, but also because Neptune is quite close to this new moon as well. And Neptune speaks to not seeing things clearly, being very caught up in a moment, in a frenzy, in a dream. And then there's these bursts of reality in there as well once we get that connection of Uranus also. So, I like to say, pace yourself and be yourself. I think that you've got the cosmic support for a winning of some kind, but you really need to stay in an energy of abundance. Like, it should really feel like it's no big deal. You're doing it for fun. If $1 is no big deal to you, do that. But do not go into debt or put yourself in a position where you really feel like you got to place this bet and making it a really big bet that ultimately is not going to create or support the kind of energy that the universe wants to support at this time. Keep it fun, keep it light. Taking a gamble or a risk related to a creative project could actually be the thing that pays off really nicely under this sky. Now, if you are an artist of any kind, especially if you write music or poetry, the energy here with Neptune so close to this new moon can actually be a big blessing as well, can be part of the lift. If you're a healer of any kind and you're taking a chance or a risk or trying to make advancements there, this energy can be very fortunate for you as well. Because this has to do with creative fulfillment, if you are involved in a creative project, whether it is that you are in the process of creating, whether it is you're hoping to have that creative project reach more people, reach masses even as well, this can be the beginning of something really good. Be mindful that if someone is promising you something, it might be a little bit too good to be true and you're just not seeing it because Neptune's right there. And yet, there's tremendous potential here for feeling like you're making gains on that front. If you have children in your life now, well, all of this suggests some really lovely developments there as well. Now, navigating forward, it is going to be the 25th of the month that we normally would have a full moon, and we do have a full moon, but it's what I like to call a jacked up full moon. And why is it jacked up? It is because it is a lunar eclipse that we are going to have at this time. And this lunar eclipse takes place in the sign just before yours. Eclipses always tend to bring with them a surprise quality. Given where this eclipse is happening for you, the surprise quality is that much more amplified. However, the eclipse is going to be speaking in supreme harmony with your modern ruling planet, Pluto. I love this energy for you, I have to say. Such encouraging, strengthening energy of feeling that much more of a lift of hope. I think that this is inner spiritual strength and support. It's knowing and connecting very deeply to a sense that you have a lot more left to do in this lifetime Even if the evidence isn't there, even if it's just a feeling, even if you don't know what that looks like, it's okay. You can feel it and you can find strength in that knowing. The part of the sky the eclipse takes place in has to do with what's happening on levels of soul and psyche and spirit. It has to do with what's happening on levels of the unconscious and what you don't know. It has to do with closing karmic ties, ending karmic chapters, but also karmic blessings are indicated here as well. And because it is a lunar eclipse, the emphasis is on closure. Although if something new does come in, it'll just find you. It'll just feel like it shows up. It's going to be rooted in things that took place long ago, goodwill that you sowed long ago that you might have even forgot about, now coming back around with opportunity of some kind for you. For all that, though, we also have this part of the sky speaking to fortunate closures with that trine of Pluto. Think about all those times in life when something ended, somebody left, some chapter came to a close, and you are so glad. You're like, oh, thank goodness that's over. Thank goodness that's done. Thank goodness I don't have to see that person again. It's that kind of feeling that you're likely to have under the light of this lunar eclipse. It is powerful, but it's also tremendously hopeful. Now, where it comes to matters of love, I'm going back not only to the new moon on the 10th, but the following day, Venus is going to move into the same heart-oriented part of the sky. And this part of the sky, in addition to what I mentioned, has to do with romance and flirtation and what you need to feel loved. And I think that the Scorpios are going to be getting their flirt on. I think this is super romantic. I love how you're engaging the energy of this time and of this moment in terms of just allowing yourself to enjoy and allowing that to be a pathway from which love is to find you. The energy is very dreamy, right? We've got the new moon and Venus in the energy of Pisces, the energy of dreams. And so I feel like there's a lot of hope and love for you at this time. For those of you open to meeting someone new, I would say do what it is that's fun for you to do. Do what it is that's joyous for you to do. You may just be surprised at how it is that love is able to come together for you at this time in moments you don't anticipate. But just before we get there, I'm going to tell you it's a little bit of a journey. About 3 weeks into the month, it is going to be Venus meeting Saturn in the sky. And that's kind of serious. But if you do end up connecting with somebody at that time, there's real long-term potential there. But if that doesn't happen, that really is okay. Because not only the new moon is speaking in harmony with Uranus, but navigating towards the eclipse and the days surrounding the eclipse, we get Venus speaking in harmony with Jupiter and in harmony with Uranus. Both of those planets are in your opposite sign of partnership. So there's every reason for hope. There's every reason to believe that there is an abundance of love available to you. Now, this becomes true, especially if it is that you're open to meeting someone new. Just enjoy, get your flirt on. If you are starting to date somebody, this energy can be very hopeful. It can be very invested on a heart level. I would really watch what's happening right around the 21st of the month, because that is going to be the annual meeting of Venus and Saturn, and it tends to mark the most serious day in love of the year. And it's a very consequential energy as well. You won't be able to kid yourself about what your heart really wants and whether or not it's here with this person. If it is, you'll be all in. If it isn't, you'll find a place of acceptance and open yourself to other possibilities which will show up before the month is out. And for those of you in an established bond, what a remarkable time this can be. So in the context of established bonds, it's all about what you need to feel loved. And do you feel you have it with your partner? If you do, or if you usually do, well, this is a time of heightened romance, heightened affection, which I think you'll really love. The moment of honesty that we have right around the 21st ultimately is about affirming the connection the two of you share. It is going to be those of you who are unsure, if you have felt that maybe you're not in the right relationship for you. Venus here can be very hopeful. There might be a flirtation, however innocent, with someone else that's part of awakening and understanding of what you have and what you wish you had. But I think once Venus gets to Saturn, about 3 weeks into the month, that is a big moment for you of understanding. What needs are being met here? What needs are not? What is it that you're really wanting and hoping for? You will find that point of understanding, if only within yourself. And that's going to help you to understand what you want to do going forward from there. If you want to continue in your relationship, there are going to be these windows of connection that find you around the eclipse. But if it really is that you have felt you're not in the right relationship for you, I think the days around the eclipse are really about finding healthy closure to the situation as part of being hopeful, going a new way. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. I am going to say, well, I do love that new moon. It is speaking in harmony with Uranus. It is close in the sky to Neptune. There is a surprise a minute on a heart level. It's lucky, but it's also super romantic as well. Let the romance find you. There are surprises in store here. And given the good fortune of this time, that good fortune can find you in all kinds of ways. It could be very practical. It could be financial, but it could also be on that level of heart. Either way, it is a time that feels rewarding. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have you checked out NadiyaShahSuperstars.com? It is in that superstar space that you can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate. These are exclusive, expanded horoscopes, and higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. A live exclusive monthly event for all superstars and so much more. All of this in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.